All right, hello, and welcome. One of my lovely viewers asked for some help getting Frosthaven running on Tabletop Simulator, so I figured I would see what I can do. I am not an expert when it comes to things like this, and I did mine like 9 months ago, but hopefully I am able to help. So first of all, you need to have a copy of Tabletop Simulator. I think it's like $20. I think that's what I paid for it. And if you're playing multiplayer with other people, which is not something I've ever done, so I don't know how to set that up, but everybody needs their own copy. So you just go to Workshop, or go to Workshop right here in the middle. Click on that, and it will take you to all of the various things that you can get on Tabletop Simulator. Just do a search for Frosthaven, and Assisted Frosthaven is the one that I use, the second option here. Maybe it's the one that I use. Come on, there we go. Just scroll down a little bit right here and subscribe to it, and it should automatically add it to your Tabletop Simulator, and it will automatically update whenever an update is available, so that's nice. Then if you just scroll down a little bit further, it has instructions to get everything running on here. And so I think these look the same as they were 9 months ago when I did it, and it's relatively simple. First thing is you just need to click here to download the upgraded version of the Xhaven Assistant. And then after that, the only other thing I recommend is if you are playing multi-handed solo and you'll be switching characters, download this hand hotkeys as well. So just subscribe to this one, and it lets you use the number pad to switch which player you are, to go in between your hands faster, so that you don't have to like go up to the top right and like change your player. There's also like a weird card bug glitch thing that can happen when you're manually changing, but it never happens if you're using this, which is really nice. So into Tabletop Simulator, so it should just show up right here in your workshop, and just load Assisted Frosthaven. And it takes a little bit. Tabletop Simulator can be very, very laggy. But to help with the lag, as soon as it loads in, we're just going to delete some of the things that we don't really need. You might not want to delete this get it started page. I think it's just linking to that website that we just pulled up. And then that was just, you don't need that one. Then about half of all of the memory that Tabletop Simulator is using right now is right here in this Gloomhaven box. So if you are not planning on using anything from the Gloomhaven campaign, delete it, and you will run much, much smoother. So after that, you want to set up your Xhaven integration. So you can click on that there. I already had mine connected. So let's disconnect it real quick, and we should get a little red error message. There we go, saying that it can't connect, and it'll spam you with this every couple seconds until it is connected. To connect, you just need to go to your settings and make sure that you have the web server on and that it has the same port number right here, and then just start a server host. And it'll stop giving you that message, which means that it is connected. So now if we go and just go to scenario 0 and load the tutorial level, you'll see that it automatically populated the hound. Oh, well, you can't see my mouse. It automatically populated the hound into the Xhaven Assistant on my second screen. I don't have map hotkeys set up. I can't play this without some cameras set. Oh. If you do want to set cameras, you just hold Control and then press the number on the keyboard, and then hold Shift and press that to load the cameras. When you do switch in between characters, you start with, you have 4 characters, green, red, white, and blue. You can switch between them by coming up here to color. or, you know, if you're playing with multiple people, you can each just pick one. Oh, and so this is what I use the hand hotkeys for. So you can just come to this and hit additive load, and it will just bring it in right here, and then you can just switch really easily just by pressing your number pad keys. And then whenever you do switch, it will always load camera 0. So I try to make camera 0 something pretty general over the board like this, so that no matter where I am, when I switch characters, it'll just pop right back to the middle. Another thing that is pretty important, there's this saving function built into it where you like make these bundles and then you save them as objects. Don't do that. It's not very good. If you have anything that's in like a different place, like for example, I move my battle goals over here so that I don't forget them. If you do that save bundle, the battle goals just will not be there when you load the save. So instead, the saving function that's in Tabletop Simulator is just a lot better. So you just come up here to Games, Save and Load, Save Game, and you can make folders here for your saves. Hit Save Game, and then select your folder, and that's all you need to do. And then when you go to actually load, you should have your saves down here at the bottom. Other than that, when it comes to actually physically playing, you just drop whatever characters you want to use onto the player mat. And then I recommend, you know, for Blinkblade here, you could put your time tokens on the mat here, and, you know, keep extras on the side or whatever. Where did it even go? See, I don't put them here because, okay, it jumped over there for some reason. Oh, and now we're lagging. But yeah, so I don't do this, mostly because, you know, say we're in the scenario, we've taken 4 hit points of damage and we've gotten 4 experience, and then we go to grab our time token and we miss a little bit, and we accidentally drag this off, and then now when we put it back on, okay, well, I didn't drag it off enough. Now when we put it back on, it resets the health and experience to 0. Or, well, full health and 0 experience, which is really annoying. But what you can do instead, and you can do this with any of your items or tokens or whatever, is just make them larger by hitting the plus or minus buttons right next to your delete key, and then you can keep them anywhere. So I keep my time tokens up here right under my player mat. Okay, this feels really wrong to me because I always play with Blinkblade as player 1, and so this is how my tokens normally lay out. But then it's right next to this little ticker that you can use to indicate if you're going fast or slow, which is really, really nice. Then when it comes to playing cards, all you do is just mouse over the card that you want to play and hit 1, and it will automatically send it. Well, I'm in the red player right now, and I've got Blinkblade in white in player 2's position. Oh. So you just mouse over and press 1 to send it to your initiative determining spot, and 2 to send it to the second card. So if we hit start round here, my Blinkblade will be at 24 initiative if I'm fast and 54 if I'm slow. And then it automatically puts it in your Xhaven assistant, which is very, very nice, and it will order everything for you. If you play a persistent ability, which I don't have one here, but if you play a persistent ability like hit and run, you just activate it there, and then when you hit end round, it will pop down right here. And then you don't have to keep them right here if you don't want to. You can put them anywhere. You know that when they're done, they're going to go to the lost pile anyway, so it doesn't really have to go right here. So I find that to be very helpful when you're playing, you know, Drifter specifically, because you might have like 3 of these on, and now you can just keep them right under your player mat. And so everything will be right here. You can do your health, your experience, your ticks, all in the same spot. And I think, I mean, that's basically it. There are extra little things that you can have here, but I think it looks a lot better with them removed. So I don't play with them, but you can just go to configuration to add them back in. One other thing I recommend is in miscellaneous settings here, put your autosave to 0, to never, so that it doesn't autosave. auto-saving can be really, really laggy, and you're probably just going to manually save anyway. And I think that's it. I mean, when it comes to actual campaign things, I think it's all pretty self-explanatory. Your starting items are available here. It has the Gloomhaven tie-in items if you want to use those, which is really nice. It's got everything organized really, really well for you. This is so much better than playing physical. Like I have like a notebook with card sleeves and everything, and all of the items go in the notebook when they get unlocked, and this is so much easier than that. Same thing with all of your outpost events. Anytime you need to load a scenario, you just come up here. Most of the time it auto unlocks them, sometimes it doesn't, and so you can just click on that to load them. On your campaign sheet here, you just click this plus to go forward a week in time, and most of the time it auto adds whenever you have when you finish a level, and it tells you to add 123.4 in 3 weeks or something. Most of the time it adds them, but it doesn't always, so you might want to just double check that manually. And then the morale, it can be a little picky. You have to click like exactly in the right spot to get the X to show up on the morale, but it's just right next to this thing. Inspiration, defense, those are easy. For stickers, you can just, it's in the tools over here, decals, but you can just press F9 to pull that up. And so if you want to enhance a card, you can put the little +1 stickers on it, or if you need to put any campaign stickers, they're right here. And then just press F1 to get out of there. There is an enhancing thing built into it, but I've never been able to get it to work. So don't ask me about that. What I have done instead is I went and where is it? Objects. I just photoshopped some cards with enhancements, which you can do pretty easily. It's very easy to just pull up the cards in Photoshop, add whatever enhancement you need to it, and then you just set the name to the initiative, and you set the tags. You set the tags to be ability card, and that's like all you have to do to make your own card, and then you can just delete your regular reckless augmentation and put in the enhanced one. So that's how I do enhancements rather than in Tabletop Simulator here. And I don't think I have anything else. So if you are trying to get Tabletop Simulator working, or if you have any problems or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you. GG.